Hello and welcome again. Hi, it's Guyan again, and today we're talking about managing sedentary lifestyle. Welcome back to this webinar, to this video. If you're on YouTube, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're live in here and you're with me today, thank you so much for joining, guys. So absolutely beautiful and absolutely grateful for that. So I'm your coach, holistic health and wellness coach. My name is Gaia, and this is webinar number 2 from this healthy and wellness lifestyle series. And today we're talking about managing the sedentary lifestyle. Good. I'm sure you're ready to go. So without any delays, welcome, guys. I really appreciate your time, your effort for being here and spending your time watching this video. If you're watching this after the event on YouTube, if you haven't seen me before, if you haven't been on the webinars, and if you haven't had the chance to work with me, just to let you know. I am a holistic health and wellness coach, and my mission with these series of webinars is to challenge the traditional thinking about wellness and about different perspectives. So I'm bringing all of these to this series. Also, my aim in here is to help people to discover wellness. My aim is here to discover wellness habits that are right for them, because the market is saturated and there is a lot going on. So it is absolutely crucial that you guys find something that is suitable for you, that you enjoy, and it is working out with your lifestyle. Also, I believe that it is happy to live a healthy lifestyle, have a quality family time and successful business or a career, and all at the same time. If you make your right choices and you have a healthy, lifestyle, and you create wealth for yourself and your family, inevitably you're going to be a happy person. Yeah. So today's webinar. Just a sec. I'm just going to. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so today's webinar, we're talking about the sedentary lifestyle and how to manage it. So we'll start off with why is the problem and what are the challenges that we're facing today, some benefits of managing the sedentary lifestyle and actually being aware how to manage and knowing the strategies. And then I'll talk about the 3 different strategies that you can easily implement, like starting right now from today. Like as soon as we finish this, you can just kind of sit down and get it started. And the last bit is how to make it a habit. I think this is a key point in my series, that it's not enough just to give you some ideas and strategies. There's also has to be a way for you to implement the habits, because your habits make your life. Yeah. So what you do on a daily basis is eventually going to become a habit and a lifestyle. So that's a key point in here. Why and how I got into this. If you don't know me, just a quick kind of introduction. I'm a holistic health and wellness coach, and before I became a holistic health and wellness coach, I've been doing a lot of research and teaching and studying exercise, dieting, and all sorts of healthy lifestyle. I'm also an advanced group exercise instructor and a kickboxing instructor. So yeah, surprise, and a yoga instructor. That's my recent endeavor. I became a yoga instructor. So all of these are contributing to my holistic health and wellness coaching, and I'm bringing all that experience, knowledge, and expertise from all these different areas, from exercise, from martial arts, from yoga, into this series of wellness lifestyle webinars. So just to kind of give you an idea, I've been on this journey for the last 7 years, maybe even before that. I don't know. It's just kind of consciously, I remember I started about sometimes 7 years ago, when I was in a office job. I had a lot of responsibilities. I wasn't healthy. I was a depressed, really grumpy person, and I had extra about 25 pounds, 25 kg on top of my regular weight. And I just realized that I need to do something to kind of become healthier and happier. So I started trying all sorts of things. So I've tried all sorts of exercises from boxercise to aqua and anything you can kind of imagine. I also do a lot of sport. And I've tried all sorts of dieting and, from calorie counting to intermittent fasting and all of that. So basically everything that I've tried and I have implemented in my life, all of these webinars are basically based on my experience. So whatever I'm sharing during these webinars is not from a book, is not from another website, is not from a magazine. These are my direct experiences, and I'm sharing and giving you feedback on what I have tried and what is working. Yeah. So let's talk about this sedentary lifestyle and why is it a problem? Well, it was a problem, a long time. It didn't become a problem now, but I think it got a lot more emphasized recently, and all of a sudden there was like this kind of realization for a lot more people how sedentary they are and how little activity is there in their lives. I think I don't really need to, I didn't put any statistics into this webinar, into these slides, because I don't think there is need for any statistics or any, any need to demonstrate any numbers or to persuade that it is becoming a larger problem. The only thing I would mention that with all these changes with the pandemic and all this, lockdown and things, it was shocking to see that people who used to go to the gyms and had a routine of popping into the gym either before or after the workouts, they became a lot more inactive and sedentary because their routine was stopped, broken. So they used to go to the gym either before work or after work. So now they don't have to travel. Most of them, they don't have to travel to work, and also all the gyms are closed. So all of a sudden there was like a broken routine. So the inactivity increased, and a lot of people have reported that they became less active and did less exercise. On the other hand, people who were less active and they used to just travel to work, do their job and then come home, and they didn't really undertake any regular exercises, they reported that they realized that the only activity they had was traveling to work and coming back. And so they realized that now they don't even have that activity, which was quite alarming for them. So they decided to undertake some kind of activity. But as you can imagine, if you haven't tried, different exercises, and if you don't have an exercise routine, so where do you start? Okay. So, and I believe a lot of people just started and then, oh, this is not working, this is not working, this is not good enough, this is not good enough. And then you kind of lose it. There is no consistency. As you can see, places are opening, closing, and this is happening, that's happening. So it's absolutely important to understand all the challenges that the current situation is bringing, and also understand what you can do within this constraint. The other thing is with all this lockdown and isolation and keeping a distance and everything, we are kind of not encouraged, that's not the right word, but we're forced to kind of stay in our areas. So if you need to go to the shop, if you used to go to the shop 2-3 times a day to just pop in and it was fun, you just go and come back. Now people, that's another statistics of people are actually consolidating their shopping. So if people used to shop 2-3 times a week, just popping into the shop and buying the stuff for the breakfast, I don't know, lunch or dinner, now they're consolidating and they're visiting the shops only once, which means, again, inactivity. So if we used to go out, in the morning to go to work and then in the evening to come back to come back home, now if you're not traveling, the only time you would go out, probably you just decide, okay, I need to go to get some fresh air, and I'll just leave the house for half an hour or an hour and I'll come back. So yeah, a lot of constraints, and it's if you're not into fitness, if you're not into exercise and you haven't got that experience, it will be quite challenging to actually make it a habit and make it part of your life. On top of all of that, with the current, I mentioned the current situation already, it is a challenge. And it actually caused, as I said, a habit disruption. So there's a sudden change, and all of a sudden, gym memberships are frozen and everything is stopped. But the other side of that also is that there is no clarity about when are we going to go back completely and when things will change. So it's a sudden change, and we're just kind of hanging in the air. So what we do, can we do something that is like, because we humans are, you know, animals of habit. I'm sure you've heard of this, you know, somewhere else as well. And we want to know that there is a routine, there is some kind of consistency so we can follow. So the other aim today is to give you some tools that you can actually use them even when you're going back to work or you're not going back to work. So these are like lifestyle kind of decisions and changes that I'm offering today. So, you know, it doesn't matter regardless of the situation, whether it is going to kind of be the same, lockdown extended or lockdown removed, or whatever the situation, you can still use these habits and keep the healthy lifestyle. The other challenges are, I've been talking to a lot of people that I know who are in the corporate jobs. People have more access to work now 24/7 because all the companies implemented these digital platforms and everything. So people don't switch off. So a lot of people, it's just really shocking. I talk to people and then they say like 8 o'clock, oh, I'm just going to do this half an hour session with you and I'm going back to working until 11 p.m. Well, if you used to be in the office 5 or 6 o'clock, you would finish and you go home and you're not working. But now the laptop is at home and you're not leaving home. If you're working from home and you have 24/7 access to your work, people became obsessed with the work and they think that, you know, they need to, well, you know, they have the opportunity, they're not traveling, and instead of wasting the time, they can invest it into work, which is, again, you know, it's just adding to the unhealthy habits. Stress doubled and maybe even tripled and quadrupled for some people, in a sense. Again, there is no routine, no consistency, there is you know, no clarity what's going to happen next, and a lot of us are just kind of, you know, thrown off our tracks and we don't know what to do. And you know, with all this distancing, limited activity and limited interaction with people, there's a lot of stress going on, and a lot of people are out of work as well. That's adding to the stress. So and stress can have, you know, dramatic effects, especially in the area of you know, controlling body weight, habits, you know, eating disorders. So we all know about it. So I don't think I really need to bring any statistics here, but you can imagine what I'm talking about. And the other great factor, I think, is the challenge as well. There is no a coffee station chit-chat. I'll just kind of elaborate a couple of words in here. So, you know, when you're in your office and then you decide to make a cup of coffee for yourself, you know, you got, coffee station is most likely not right next to your desk, so you have to walk a couple of you know, meters at least. So you go to the coffee station and then you end up in a conversation with a colleague, standing up, shifting your body weight from side to side, or just marching on the spot while you're chit-chatting, and then you walk back, and then you need to take your cup back to the kitchen to wash it, and then again you end up in a chit-chat over there. So which is kind of not regulated, but still a break for you and some kind of walking activity. But now I can imagine people working from home, literally your coffee station is right next to you, food, you know, the snack cupboard is on the other side, and there is really lack of movement. So I think these are the main challenges that we're facing now. So hopefully the strategies that I'm presenting today will kind of give you some really good ideas, and you will be able to implement in your life. So the benefits of managing a sedentary lifestyle. First, and the most important, I think, is the health and vitality. Yeah. So human body is not designed for sedentary lifestyle. Our body is designed for movement. We need movement. We need to move. Movement equals life. So we need to walk, we need to run, we need to climb, we need to push, we need to pull. Our bodies are designed for that. So movement is absolutely necessary. We need that movement, okay? So that's number one. Calorie burn, weight loss and managing the weight loss. So apart from, you know, kind of keeping the vitality, all that movement is burning the calories and making your machine work. It's a big machine that you need to put to work. And yeah, it's just absolutely necessary for the body to maintain healthy body weight, to maintain body functions, and be healthy. It will also lead to better sleep, because if you have enough activity during the day and you work your muscles and you pumped, the oxygen around, and you activated all the functions within the body, then your body will naturally desire for sleep, rest, and recovery. So that's why when you go to bed, your body is kind of ready for it and is craving it. But when there is not enough activity in the body during the day, your body is kind of feeling, oh, you know what, I didn't move enough. I want to move. So then you end up tossing and turning in the bed because that's movement. Yeah. Also, another very important part is when you move, you bring the heart rate up and you start consuming more oxygen. Okay. So more oxygen to the vital, parts of vital organs of the body, which means nutrients are moving, which means chemical reactions are happening in your body, and most importantly, your brain. Yeah. So without oxygen, your brain becomes unproductive. So if you, especially if you have a very, this is the other paradox, we're facing. People think that if they have a very important project and they need to focus and complete something, they eliminate all the activities on all other things, thinking that they're saving time to invest into this project to get it done by the deadline, which is the absolute contrary of what they need to do. Because if you want to be productive and if you want to hit those deadlines and complete your tasks, you need movement to get oxygen into the brain, to increase productivity. So then when you sit down and you focus, you can just get the thing, get the job done. And yeah, it's absolutely important. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm really busy, I have so many things going on, I have this project, this deadline's coming up, I can't really afford to have regular breaks, I'm really inviting you to reconsider that kind of mindset. Okay. And also, lowering the stress levels with all of that, regular breaks, oxygenating, having that, body functions activated, it just leads to lower stress levels, which we absolutely need in these times. Okay, so enough about the strategies. Let's, about the benefits. Let's move on to these strategies. So this is where you probably need to definitely refer to your handouts. So you can make notes, or if you're, if you prefer just being here now and then watching this, the recording, it will be on YouTube. So you can go back and watch the recording and then work through your handouts. Absolutely your choice. It will be quite helpful because I have provided some tools within the handout that will help you to kind of work on these strategies. Okay, so strategy number 1, household activities. Yeah, so just to kind of give you an idea, an average person weighing 150 pounds or 70 kg is burning 1 calorie per minute in a stationary situation. Let's say, imagine you're watching the TV. You're just sitting on a couch and watching the TV, no movement, nothing's happening. So you're burning 1 calorie per minute on average. Yeah. So, and some of the household activities are actually a great way of burning calories. Yeah. So I have a couple of examples here, but obviously the list is not limited to these ones. Yeah. So if you're doing gardening, so you're burning 6 calories per minute. Okay, so if you're just doing the gardening. Now think of this, you can actually increase that calorie burn and do more if you add some squats and walking lunges while doing the gardening. Like, imagine you're working in the garden, so instead of just walking from one corner of the garden to the other, try doing walking lunges. Or, it's a good opportunity, you're gardening, a lot of times you need to kind of pick up something from the ground. So instead of just kind of bending forward and picking up, just do a squat and pick it up. That will kind of increase the calorie burn. Okay, so hoovering and mopping, it's a push and pull exercise, which is absolutely great. And you're burning on average 4 calories per minute. Okay, if you're just doing a regular hoovering and mopping. Yeah. Now imagine if you add walking lunges here as well, but be creative. You can do the squats, walking lunges. I don't know. You can walk on your toes, like doing the calf raises. You can be creative. These are just examples of how you can increase actually the calorie burn. Okay, scrubbing or cleaning surfaces is burning 4 calories per minute. Now imagine you're cleaning the kitchen counters. Why can't you do just calf raises, or do a squat before you move to the next section? Or you can do single leg scrubbing, I call it. Just balance on one leg, pull the abs in, and try to scrub. see, see how it feels. It's going to be completely different, and you're going to burn more calories. Yeah. Climbing stairs. On average, if you're just walking up the stairs, you're burning 6 calories per minute. Okay. Now, why not try going 2 steps up, 1 step down, or try doing lunges and skipping a stair, depending on how long the staircase is. You can kind of modify this, or why not walk up sideways? Yeah. And or instead of just going, if you need to go, let's say, to pick up the laundry from upstairs, just go up, come down, go the second time, and then pick up the laundry. So you kind of be creative and have fun with this. Yeah. So with the calories burned per minute, obviously these are average, and this may be different for you. But if you have any calorie counting devices, your smartwatch, your phone, or anything that is kind of monitoring your activity levels and the calorie burn, you can just do a couple of activities, see your calorie burn, and then do the average for yourself. Then you will have a more accurate kind of a calorie burn. Yeah. Good. So a bit creative with that. Well, doing all of these activities while you're getting on with your household activities may require you wearing a gym gear all day. Yeah. So you might look like this while you're hoovering, or you can just kind of put some comfortable clothes. It's just kind of for fun, and also be creative. There are so many other things that you can do during the day. You can watch the TV in the plank, yeah, or you can do cooking and kind of come up with some crazy and fun rules. Let's say 5 squats with every ingredient. Like every time you pick up an ingredient, just do 5 squats before you chop it or put it in your food. Or I love this one, boiling the kettle. It normally takes about a minute and a half or 2 minutes, depending on how much water you're boiling. That's enough time for doing lunges, yeah, or kickbacks, for example. Just while you're waiting there, while you're waiting for the kettle, just do lunges. Or another one, I think, again, it's just for fun. If you're getting a drink, just every time you need to open the fridge door, just decide you're going to do 5 or 10 squats before you open this fridge door. These are the things that you can do to kind of bring these activities and increase the calorie burn with household activities and the movement in the house. Good. So second strategy, let's move on. Oh, before the second one, here are a couple more yoga poses for you while watching the TV. I think this is the best one. Imagine if I had a TV over here, I would be definitely watching there. Yeah. So you can be in a tree pose or in a bow, watching the TV and burning the calories. You can also try chair, low lunge, and yogic squat. These are quite challenging and requires a lot of effort, but you're also static. So it gives you the opportunity to watch the TV or whatever you're watching or whatever you do. So yeah, even now watching this, either recording or you're in a webinar, why not just try one of these poses, and because you're just looking at the screen, so you don't have much to do. So yeah, feel free to find a pose that is kind of inspiring you at the moment, and then carry on watching, and you'll burn some calories now. Good. The second one is desk exercise or work standing. I'm not sure if you have heard about desk exercises. Basically, these are the exercises that you can do sitting on your chair, at your desk, or while you're in an office. You don't even need gym gear or anything. So here, within your handouts at the very end, I have provided a list. I think it's like even 3 different lists of desk exercise activities that you can do at home or in the office. Doesn't really matter. As I say, these strategies are in a way that you can use them in any situation. Doesn't matter, you're home, you're in the office, wherever you are, you can just implement these strategies. So refer to the activities I provided, but obviously be creative and come up with your own exercises if you want to, and go there. But what I would like you to do, maybe kind of take the moment now and write it down if you have pen and paper, or if you're using a handout, or maybe you can just go back and do it later. Think of different activities during the day that you're busy doing, that you can actually do some exercise at the same time and add some activity. Like when you're sitting in a meeting, especially if it is a boring meeting, why not do shoulder stretches? I don't know, do some stretches sitting on a chair, or you can just stand up and attend the meeting standing up, just kind of marching on a spot, shifting your body weight from one foot to another. You know, just come up with different ideas. So this is my office. I just wanted to kind of share this with you guys. This is like where I'm sitting right now. This is my desk, my bureau, right? Comfy chair, everything is done so I can be productive, I can work. But look, sometimes during the day, you will see me just kind of take my stuff and go to the kitchen counter where I can work standing, shifting my body weight, sometimes doing side lunges, moving side to side, because I cannot be seated for a long period of time. My body just kind of says something's wrong, just get up and do something. So I just kind of move myself there on the kitchen counter. That's it, voila, I have a second office. So create some space. I'm sure you can find some space on the kitchen counter. The good thing is the kitchen counter is quite high compared to a desk. So when you're standing, it's quite comfortable actually to work there. So, and you're there only for, let's say, 15 minutes or half an hour max. So this is not your regular working space. So it's a good shift. Yeah. So that's another idea. Hopefully you will find some space in your kitchen or somewhere else where you can organize yourself. And definitely check the back of your handouts. There is like a big list of different exercises that you can do. Even doing like the active sitting. That's my favorite one. If you scroll down, I think that's the very, very last picture in your handout. It's called active sitting. If you have one of those, you know, Swiss balls, and you can just inflate it and sit, and they're quite cheap as well to kind of buy, available. If you just kind of, you know, inflate it and use it instead of a chair to actively, you know, engage your core and activate the body and the legs while you're working, that would be great. So definitely check out the handouts and the exercises provided at the bottom. Yeah, good. And the third strategy, okay, interval training, but not like you know it. Okay, so this is probably my favorite one. If you are an advanced you know, fitness warrior or wellness warrior, and you have a regular training routine and you love exercising, you love sweating, you're gonna absolutely love this idea. It is exercise in 5 minutes every 50 minutes. Okay, so you set up a timer, and yeah, every 50 minutes it goes beep, and you do 5 minutes of exercise of your choice. But also on the next slide I have a little plan, so I will kind of explain how to use that. But very simple way of doing that. If you pick 5 of your favorite exercises that you absolutely love doing, and set a timer and do each exercise for 1 minute, there you go, you got your 5 minutes of exercise. And if you're working 8 hours a day, if you do 5 minutes every hour, in 8 hours time, you will get 40 minutes of workouts without going to the gym, without interrupting your day, and you will basically hit your deadlines and get the job done while you have also completed a 40-minute interval training. I think this is brilliant. I love this one, and it works. You know, just set up the timer on your phone, and it beeps. You know, every time you can just schedule it on your day, so it just kind of happens without you getting involved. Or every time you sit down to work, just put a timer for 50 minutes. Just kind of do it, reset, and yeah. And when it beeps, you just stand up. The only thing that you may consider in this one, if you have a busy schedule and you have meetings and stuff, maybe you can just kind of work around the meetings and stuff, so it doesn't go off actually in the middle of the meeting while you're presenting or doing something. So yeah, be mindful of that and organize it. And actually, when it comes to organizing, next section is about how to make it a habit. That's exactly what I'm going to take you through. So these are the 3 strategies. Household activities, maximizing calorie burn while you're doing household activities. Number 2 is let's actually go back. Yeah, number 2 is doing an exercise. Yeah. and working standing or doing some exercises while you're in the meetings, and interval training. Interval training. So 3 very easy and simple strategies that you can implement. And I think there's, enough choice. We don't need any more choice. Yeah. Okay. So how to make it a habit? It's great to know the strategies, as I said in the beginning, but from a coaching perspective, none of these strategies has value if you cannot make it a habit. Okay, so if you cannot make it part of your life, if you cannot bring it into your lifestyle, then there is no value in these strategies. Just knowing these strategies is not going to, activate the body or burn calories or do any good. So yeah, so let's talk about how to make it a habit. Okay, I think this is equally important, just as discussing the strategies. Okay, so to help you out, in your handouts, I have put the same table, in the handout, but it is blank, okay? So before you go ahead and fill up the table, let's have a chat about it, and I kind of give you some ideas of how to plan it and how to make it a habit. Okay, so this actual, table and this plan in here is a beginner plan, okay? So I designed this. I feel this table, thinking of someone who is absolutely inactive, doesn't have an exercise routine, and doesn't do any regular exercises or activities. So there's basically someone who's starting from a very, very beginning. Okay. Now, what I would like to highlight in here that you need to remember is not black and white. I'm a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. It's rather a spectrum. Okay, and we always move either up or down on this spectrum, and you need to test, try, monitor, and adjust. Okay, so yeah, so this is for that's why I would like you to bear that in mind. So when you're feeling yours, you may use these numbers if you want to, but after you completed it for a couple of times, feel free to go and adjust them. Okay, so I don't want you to look at these numbers and think, oh my god, this is exactly what I need to do. No, so you may play with the numbers, as I said, try them, test, see how it works, monitor, and then adjust as you feel is right for you. If you remember, as I said in the beginning, one of my missions, one of my greatest desires is to help you to find the habits and activities that are right for you. Okay, so let's have a look. And so kind of I explain you the idea. Now here where it says sets, set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 here for the example. But let's say if you're working 8 hours a day, so you may make it 8. If you want to do it for all of your active day, you may have 10 or 12. Those are the active wake hours if you want to do it for that. So feel free to change it. So this is not set. So it's not like you have to have 7 lines. No, you can have 10 lines, 12 lines. What I want you to get is that this is the idea of how many times are you going to be active during the day. Okay, so I just made it 7 for, as I said, this is for a complete beginner, and I think 7 is even, it can be quite challenging, but that's why I kind of played with the numbers here, so you will see. And then next column is the time. So as I mentioned, if you have a very busy schedule, you have a lot of meetings going on, and you have you have things that you can't move around, and they're not completely under your control. I don't know if you have a one-to-one meeting with your boss and you cannot rearrange it or reschedule it. So you have to play around with it. Just to kind of keep it simple in here for, just to kind of get the idea across. I just put like 9:50, 10 to the hour, yeah? Or you can have it sharp on the hour. But normally all the meetings and stuff are starting, sharp on the hour. I haven't seen anyone scheduling a meeting 9:50. It will be either 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So I think this idea works pretty well, yeah? So if you have a meeting starting 10 o'clock and you have 10 minutes, the best thing you can do is get some exercise in before that meeting. So you have oxygen in, your brain is active, your body is active, and you're absolutely present in that moment, and you can smash the meeting, yeah? Good. So then you kind of, once you decided how many times you want to do it, you decide the times. Yeah. We'll talk about managing the time in the next slide. So just park it for a moment. Just you decide the times, yeah, when are you working out. And then the exercises. Again, example exercises, use your creativity. Any exercise you love, you can make it part of this, yeah. So for the first one, you can just do walking in the house. Just go to the kitchen, come back, go to the kitchen, come back. If you have one of those step monitors, use that. If not, just count. That's actually a walking meditation also. You just walk and count the steps that you've walked. So on Monday, you're doing 50 steps, yeah, at 9:50. You get the idea. Okay, so and then on Tuesday you're going to do 60 steps at 9:50, and the numbers are increasing gradually throughout the week, but you get the idea. So at 9:50 you're walking, and then 10:50 you're doing wall push-ups. Again, I want you to bear in mind this is for a beginner. If you're you know, advanced exercise you know, warrior, feel free to do it on the floor on your toes. Yeah, change it up. So you did 10 wall push-ups on Monday, yeah, at 10:50, and then 11:50 you're doing chair squats. You're basically sitting down on a chair and standing up 10 times on Monday here, and then you're doing kickbacks, holding on the chair, 10 each leg, and then 1:50 you're doing chair dips, that's tricep dips, 10 only, and then at 2:50 you're stretching the hands over your head 15 times, just sitting on a chair or standing up, whichever you prefer. Well, even if you're in a meeting, you can just simply do this, you know, just turn your camera off and go ahead. Yeah, and 3:50 you're doing knee lifts, 20 alternating, you know, right and left. So you get the idea. So you choose your exercises, what you're going to do, and then on the days of the week, you may again choose to do it Monday to Friday. If you're quite active on the weekend, I don't know, you go for cycling, running, and you do other activities, by all means, your choice. You can still do this, or you can drop it. But I would really encourage you to kind of keep going, because the more you do it, the better and stronger your habit will become. So that will be really great for your body. Okay, so for this example, I included the Saturdays and Sundays for the weekend as well. Yeah, okay, so you get the idea. So you just decide how many times during the day you want to do it. Yeah, what is suitable for you. If you want to start with 3 or 5, that's also okay. So as I said, choose as many as you want, how many times you're going to work out. Pick the times, yeah. I also understand it may be different from, let's say, on Monday you may be able to do it 9:50, but on Tuesday you may not be. So, you know, you have a lot of space in here. Just put a time for Tuesday here if it is different from what you decided in here, okay? So play with it. It's, you know, this is just an example of how you can kind of plan it out and then just stay on top of it, okay? If you're an intermediate or, you know, an advanced person, yeah, instead of just doing, let's say 50, you can just increase it to 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, so this also leads to the interval training. So if you're an advanced you know, warrior, wellness warrior, I'm going to call you guys like that. So combine interval training with this plan. Yeah, so basically every 50 minutes you're going to work out for 5 minutes, and you can choose any of these 5 exercises and do each of them 1 minute. That's your 5-minute exercise. Yeah, so instead of doing one of these exercises, you can actually combine and have 5 or 6 of them, and you do them for 1 minute, or you know, if you have only 2 or 3 exercises, just do it for 2 minutes, yeah, or 1.5 minutes. So your choice. So basically this is not contradicting with desk exercise or with interval training. Yeah, sorry, I needed some oxygen myself. Okay, so you get the idea. So even if you're doing desk exercise, you can put your exercises here. If you're doing interval training here, instead of having just walking, yeah, you will have 5 different exercises in this box. So you will know that 9:50 you're doing 5-minute workouts here in this box. Yeah. Good, and you'll just list the exercises here and then list the number of reps in here, and you'll be good. Nice. So before I move on and I tell you how to stay on top of this and track and monitor, I would like to draw your attention to one last detail. As you can see, over time and over days, the numbers are increasing because you're going to become stronger, and you are going to become, you know, more active, and your body is going to crave more activity. So when you're planning this out, make sure that you're increasing it gradually, okay? So if you can see in 1 week, and I plan for a complete beginner to increase wall push-ups from 10, this may even be 5. You know, someone may even start on 5. Increase the wall push-ups to 15 in a week's time. So yeah, so you need to try and see if 10 is too much, put it down to 5, and then do 6, 7, you know, and then 9, 10. Just increase it gradually, increments. Okay, so you want progression, and yeah, so you want to increase the activity levels. So to the point, because you know, if you're starting here just walking one day, you will be an intermediate, you know, and before you know it, you will be an advanced fitness and wellness warrior, and you will be doing interval training, and you'll be doing a lot of exercise and activities. Okay, so just these are the you know, the main principles behind this planning you know, tools. So feel free to use the one that I've provided in your handout, or there you go, you can create your own one. If you have an idea right now that you think is going to work for your routine, for your lifestyle, by all means, create one for yourself with as many exercises you want, at the times that you want, as many times. I don't know, you be free and creative and find a way that works for you. And hopefully, you know, all these ideas and, you know, principles are giving you some, inspiring you and giving you some, you know, motivation to go ahead and do something good. Yeah. Nice. Okay, let's move on. How to make it a habit, how to kind of make sure that you're on top of this. Okay, some useful apps and tips. Okay, my favorite one, pen and paper. Okay, I love it. This is my calendar, and you can see I bought this one on purpose. It has large squares in here, so you can see my notes. You know, I can put the times and what I want to do, and I can plan and schedule stuff. Okay, this is my pencil and my rubber. Okay, I don't know, when it comes to writing down this kind of stuff, I prefer pen and paper. Hand and eye coordination, muscle movement, muscle memory. I love it. And it kind of stays in your head. Even if I don't have my calendar around, I definitely remember what I have put it down. Okay. So stick to old fashioned, you know, old style. Still good. I love them and I believe in them. This is a great way. So you can have it on your desk all day, every day. It will remind you of how and when and what are you doing. Okay. If you love your devices and you would prefer doing it on your phone, by all means, use your phone calendar. You can schedule everything and put as a repeat event, so you don't have to do it on an, you know, for every single day. So if you're planning it today, so when you're planning it, make sure you're using repeat this event. Yeah. So, and then whether you're doing like on same time every day, then you can repeat it every day. If you're doing it once a week, if your schedule is like on a, you know, is like kind of a repeat on a weekly basis or monthly basis, so you have some activities that you're undertaking, so either do repeat weekly or monthly, whatever is working for you. Okay, so but it's a simple tool, you can use it. So if you want to go a bit more fancy and if you want to do something like specifically, there are a couple of apps out there. Habitica and HabitShare are probably one of the best ones. There's like hundreds of apps in there. These two work for iOS and Android, and these two are rated as the best habit tracking apps. So if you want to download and use them, I'll be honest with you, I downloaded one and I was using it for a while, and then I realized that I love really my pen and paper style, and it also kind of makes my brain work differently. Whereas if you have a, you know, the positives are that, you know, you have an app which reminds you, keeps track, you can have some fancy statistics, and, you know, if that motivates you, if you love those colorful statistics and the reminders that tell you, oh, you need to walk another 100 steps today and all of that, by all means, go forward. You can try. As I said, I tried myself, and then I tried it for about a month, and then I realized that I prefer this. So I came back to this. But also, there's a mix and match option. You know, it's not black and white. As I said, there's never black and white. Okay, so some of my activities that are repeating every week or every month, and I'm doing them, they're scheduled in my calendar on my phone, and also that kind of helps me to not overbook or double book myself. Yeah, so everything that I have kind of preset and is not flexible, and I need to kind of take on those activities, everything is sitting there, and I have my reminders coming to me. But everything that is flexible and I can rub it off and write it somewhere else, then I do that. So it's kind of a mix and match. You can have your phone calendar for events and activities, and also use a habit app. Yeah, so completely flexible. So again, I don't want you to take this as like, oh yeah, you have to do this and you have to use one of these. No, it's never black and white, to me at least. And I always love mixing and matching and finding a way that works for me. So, which I'm also kind of suggesting to you, inviting you to do. Okay, good. Well, this is the last slide on this presentation. Thank you so much for staying with me, guys. Hopefully, you got some great ideas, and at least one of the strategies is going to be useful and helpful to you. And I do hope the next time that you're doing some gardening, you'll do some squats, or when you're in a boring meeting, you'll do some desk exercising, and you can stretch your arms and legs. And next time you're watching TV, you're in a plank position. Or you're incorporating some of the interval training ideas into your life. So hopefully you find a lot of useful ideas in here, and your handout is full of tools and ideas and exercises. So please check the handout and pick whatever is resonating with you, and as I said, mix and match. Okay, so nothing there is like kind of set stone. You can just have one or two. Use all of them. And if you need any help, if you're feeling like confused or you need any help, always shout out. Let me help you. I do a 12-week wellness coaching. I have a group of clients where we actually manage food, exercise, and wellness lifestyle. I call it a wellness lifestyle coaching. It's a 12-week program. If you'd like to know more about it, if you feel that you need some help in managing this, feel free to get in touch. And also, I have an upcoming webinar next Saturday, 1st of August, 1 p.m. again, and it will be all about meal planning. So I'm going to share with you some ideas about meal planning, how to use the ideas from previous webinar, easy portion management, to bring into meal planning, and how, again, understanding your routine, what you need to eat, when, and how. So we're bringing everything there. So if you haven't seen easy portion management, it's on my YouTube channel. So please go to the channel. I will send you the links. If you're registered, you will definitely receive the link for this recording and for the channel. So please feel free to check out the previous webinar on easy portion management, and also register for meal planning if you want to know more about it. So yeah, great stuff. Thank you so much, guys. And for those of you who are watching this right now, please feel free to send me your questions, or those of you who are watching this on YouTube, leave your comments below this video, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll make sure that I'm getting back to you guys. Great stuff. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for your time and being here with me for this last 45 minutes, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Enjoy your Saturday afternoon, and I will see you soon at some point. Great stuff. Thank you.